And well, cartwheel kids who won Nadia Komnake applause, these awesome kids from Calcutta who praised the legendary gymnast Nadia Kamge, their raw rural talent got the nod approval of retired Romanian gymnast. Take a look. And that is Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The first visuals we're picking up from Russia. He is in Russia, remember, to participate in the Eastern Economic Forum and also the 20th India-Russia Annual Summit. Our Executive Editor Abhishek Kapoor joining us on the phone line to bring in the latest as far as these visuals are concerned. Abhishek, over to you. What exactly is going on in Russia as far as the Prime Minister is concerned?
Well, Christine, this is the 20th annual bilateral summit between the two nations. This is the third engagement of Prime Minister with President Putin this year, the earlier two being at the SCO summit in Bishkek and the G20 summit at Osaka. And there is a certain chemistry between the two leaders as friends that has translated into a greater bonding between the two nations. Now, so far as this visit is concerned, it's a short one, but packed with engagements and an important one. Today is the bilateral summit between the two leaders, but as of now in the pictures you see the two leaders visiting the Zvezda shipbuilding plant, which makes vessels including icebreakers and oil tankers. Then there would be the bilateral delegation level talks between the two leaders, and then the joint statement followed by another visit, a cultural visit, sort of an exhibition at the street of the Far East, and then the dinner and perhaps a one-on-one between the two leaders. Tomorrow, Katrine, there are business talks. Prime Minister is the chief guest at the Far East Economic Forum. Vladivostok is kind of Pacific capital of Russia, and there are immense business and in trade opportunities that are there. India can supply manpower to begin with, and of course the overall issue of hydrocarbon security can be addressed because it's a mineral-rich and oil-rich region of Russia. Also, Russia is interested in opening a northern sea route or the Pacific sea route between Vladivostok and Chennai, about which an announcement was made earlier. So that's about this visit. And of course, when we say that India and Russia are special and strategic partners, there is the defense dimension. Almost 70% of Indian military hardware is of Russian vintage, and so be it the S-400 deal, about which about 20% payment has already been made, and that deal is in the works. It was signed when President Putin had visited last year for the annual summit to New Delhi, and the whole this deal of Kamov helicopters to replace the aging Mi-35. So all those things are there, but what is important is that the durability of the relationship and the manner in which personal chemistry has been struck between Prime Minister Modi and President Putin, some of which is visible in the pictures now. Tomorrow, of course, in fact, they would also be visiting a judo championship. President Putin is judoka himself. So all those things taken together make this engagement of Prime Minister Modi with Russia very important.
Right, certainly. Abhishek, thank you for breaking down the itinerary really. So clearly, the Prime Minister there was warmly received by the Indian diaspora, and now he can be seen with the President Putin. They are visiting a shipbuilding plant, followed by which they will be seen at the 20th India-Russia Annual Summit. Bilateral meetings will take place with President Putin. And of course, exchange of agreements and press statement will also follow, following which in the evening, like Abhishek pointed out, dinner will be hosted by President Putin. Abhishek, thank you for joining us with these details. We'll keep coming back to you throughout the day.